All right, it's clear. We got to get this thing going fast. We got the real game about to start in 15 minutes on our side of things. I'm talking about NFL football Sunday Fun Day, Gaming HQ TV, globalgamingheadquarters.com. Steelers and Ravens action. Let's get right into it. We're already late. We got to take it from the second quarter on with heavy hitting action right through the TV in your face football, as well as head-to-head going right at it. So we've got the Ravens and the Steelers. Let's get started. We are running live, so if the game crashes or audio or video or do not sync, let us know. We'll try to get it fixed as fast as we can. Let's hit resuming from where we were with the kickoff. Not too bad. Let's go. And we've got Brandon Gowden and Charles Lewis still here in the booth being patient. Okay, let's keep going, guys. We can do this.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to.
That we're only running on YouTube. Now we have on Twitch. Our Yogcast charity has turned over and taken on that one. And on Xbox Interactive, they have Minecraft on our Mixer channel. So Minecraft on Mixer, Yogcast has Twitch, Smashcast has Giga Club in German, Dankeschön, and we are running NFL Sunday Ticket right here on Gaming HQ TV live.
I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit.
You make the call.
Maybe the running backs help you a little bit.
I just need the thumbsticks and push the buttons. No screaming needed.
Because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Ravens want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Steelers, on the other hand, want to quiet this crowd and turn things around. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Third down at the 16. Roethlisberger's under pressure will throw the pick. Wright's the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. After the pick, offense comes out now. Pitta's the target here, and 13 yards later, he'll go in for the score. Ravens strike first in this one. Now 1st and 10, the catch will be made in double coverage, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 35. Ravens will settle for 3 points on the drive. Ravens with the ball midway through the second. The catch is made after a quick pass. He ends up picking up a yard before heading out of bounds. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Sunday night matchup.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What are you going to play?
What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This is a real-world matchup on a Sunday, December 10th. Second, part 2.
I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy.
NFL Sunday Sports
Ticket. Hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, it's Bell. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Bell. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Takes them out. Big play for them on that one.
Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball.
Starting to cry a little bit.
Because he's so
That's going to make him cry.
Get the ball in his hand somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Even say, I don't know, but I can tell you that we've got a great game so
here
far.
We go, 1st and 10 now.
Third quarter, 13-0, Ravens on top. We're giving you the real-world matchups on some of the games that have finished. Stick around at the end of the game, we will do that when we're live.
On the toss, there goes West. And some room to roam now. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He's had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So much suspense, I can't stand it. Another Sunday night suspenseful game here.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Ravens on top. Let's get down on the field with Flacco and see how he's going to play this one.
On first down,
oh! Nowhere to play.
Escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for a loss of 5. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Lightning, did he, Charles?
Look out,
Charles
because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because
so you never get hit by lightning twice. There you go. You just proved it live.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Second down, Flacco now. And hauled in by Pitta. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Too long. Third and long on this one.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Passing play. Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is
unbelievable!
Baltimore. Mike Wallace, 42 yards. And the Ravens will extend the lead. And a great example of just getting their feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better. Training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also, a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, play backgrounds, and they take that to the football field.
The offense makes it look easy, doesn't he? It's like he's walking through an explosion or rolling through one. That's going to make it go up a little bit. Let's see how the real world's going to turn out tonight. We've got this one started at a very, very large point spread. I'm not sure how it's covered, but
Flacco looking to throw for it. That's caught at the one. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, you know, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Steelers set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go.
Is that us he's talking about? I hope so.
To make things happen.
Shake it
What's up, Cody? You still there with us? Probably not.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up.
Where did everybody go? They don't want to watch this thing crash again?
Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
We try to move forward with our broadcasting skill.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. these strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker on that play emerged.
Taken down with the sack. Potatoes.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
What a hit. Is he going to show that again?
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
I'm going to bring Mixer in on the last bit here.
To the left, 1 to the right. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later.
All right, want to welcome the Mixer audience who's just joining us now in the fourth quarter. And we've got 5 minutes left in the fourth. It's Baltimore 19, Pittsburgh 0. We wanted to try to give everybody a chance to get in some of the broadcasts. Make sure you tune in after this. We've got some Call of Duty Winter Siege. There's also Battlefront 2 with the new Last Jedi DLC. Assassin's Creed Origins with new DLC there. A lot of gameplay still yet to come after tonight, so stick around, stay with us. We're also on Mixer, Twitch, Smashcast, YouTube, and GamingHQ.tv. You're watching us live. This is Greer. You're broadcasting with Brandon House and Charles Weeks.
Meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football defensively, though.
Hits him so hard.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Big play, 4th and 29.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They come out here in the eye. This is West. And some room to maneuver. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here's West. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, Flacco to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2-minute warning. Here we go. Fourth quarter. Like I said, we're bringing it to you live every Sunday. Sunday sports has been fantastic. It's hard to get a word in between Brandon Gowden and Charles Lewis as they broadcast live. I'll try to broadcast over them. You can see we are here live on the game being completed. No, we've got 2 minutes left. It's not done by a long shot. But we've had a great set of games so far. Kansas City Chiefs against the Raiders, Redskins against the Chargers, and of course, this one, the Ravens and the Steelers. We've got tomorrow night's action just as well. New England Patriots and Monday night Miami Dolphin game. It should be a great game, a great matchup to tune in and watch as we try to cover the field here. Make some great hits to finish off the last 2 minutes of the game that will be broadcasted live ahead of the game. I don't know, anything can happen. Our games, sometimes they match up, sometimes they don't. But I always say to check the scores. But look at that, we've had a fumble and an interception in the past less than a minute. Stay with us, I told you get all the action at half the time. My name's Greer, I'm your DJ, your video game jockey. I'm going to be broadcasting at the games. But look at that play, right down and into his hands. The luck and skill of Mosley on that one. Boom.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They take over with great field position. They've
come to play, they come to win, no matter what the story is. Ravens aren't out of it. Steelers aren't out of it. Not with interceptions and fumbles going like that.
Some people like stats.
Booth review. Okay, we're going to take a look at the booth review. Let's hear and listen in on this one. I'm going to step back and turn up their volume.
See what they do in this situation.
How do you call it?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And they'll start this drive with
Steelers aren't
very
going to
good
like
field
it, but you
position.
saw it. It happened.
Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. Deep drop. And his throw is incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence.
This is your first Sunday with us. Great. It's our first Sunday catching you right live on YouTube,
now
Twitch, Cast, and Mixer. Oh, gets tripped up.
They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now a carry for Allen. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it.
Or man-to-man.
And also the same coaches as a general rule,
we're running the same game, real-world matchup, getting ahead of the game, and finishing to let you know the potential score of tonight's actions. Let's see if it turns out to be Baltimore 19, Pittsburgh 0. Don't say we haven't seen anything that's been worse. What about last season? We had Aaron Rodgers hit in one of the games, and he actually got hit for real in the game again. Another interception.
Picked off by the linebacker,
Did you see that? I guess you did.
Take this down to the 10-yard line.
This game is going to the end.
Now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And welcome to the show. If you're just catching us first time, great. This is the first time we're catching you too. This is our Sunday Sports, Sunday Fun Day EA Games. It says right in our title that it is an EA Sports event. We're being broadcasted by Gaming
and now they get set to line
in
up
recognition for
as
the
we
military
resume action.
For Operation Supply Drop. 8-bit Operation Supply Drop. You can find the links in the memos in the description Please read the description so that you understand that it is
and
not
now
any kind of
face a second
clickbait.
down.
We are running a game that is just in the same time as the game on TV. It's called a real-world matchup. We do them every Sunday. We've been doing them since last year, and of course, this is nothing new. So please, if you have the first time being here, this is the EA Sports event that sometimes turns out to be almost the same as the real game. So we'll see what's going on here. There's already pushing and shoving. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of pushing and shoving in tonight's matchup.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll
My
look
name's
to
Jeremy,
convert here on
I'm
third.
broadcasting live with Brandon Gowden and Charles Lewis, giving you the action on the field.
On third and one, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock down
unable
now
to throw anything
seconds.
tonight.
On third and one, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air.
This is it, last
Instead,
13
it
seconds.
resulted in
What a crazy game it's been. We've had the game crash a few times. We've had to restart being a live system. And like I said, we've got more events coming tonight. We still have the Battlefront 2 Last Jedi DLC. We have the Call of Duty World War II winter event. And we also have the
gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
That one as well.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Stay tuned. We've got a lot of action. We've got Forzathon still in effect for a few more days. We've got to get that done. And I believe there's the Shadow of War, all on Xbox One X. You're watching it all on the new X. I hope it looks as real as it feels as we're watching it here. You can, of course, inflate the screen up to, I think, 1980, but
they'll run it now out of the gun. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
What do you say, we kneel or we play it through?
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Had a great broadcast, though. Again, our games are all half the time, so you get the game, you will still get enough time to watch the game. Check your local listings. It should be starting, I believe, at 5:30, which is our Pacific time.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and it's incomplete.
And that's it. That's the game. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. We'll watch a little bit of this, and we will play out the music. And again, refresh the browsers in a little bit. We should have something coming up shortly. Either Battlefront 2, Call of Duty World War II, or another awesome game. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go.
Not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
You've been watching GamingHQ.TV's live version of real-time sports with the Ravens versus the Steelers. Great matchup. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
And my name's Greer with GamingHQ.TV. Let's check out some of these highlights. Got to see some of these hits on the fumble, where everything started in the first quarter, right off the bat. The live plays right afterwards here. Yeah, turned over the field goals up here. I thought it saved all of the good ones. No, it didn't save it, did it? Let's find out right now. We're doing some of the catch-up here. My name is Greer. done there with Brandon and Charles. We are going to show you some of the close-up ones here. I want to see some of the hits that were put down today. There was the Joe Flacco sacks, but he still somehow managed to pull off the game. Am I missing something? There was a bunch of action on that. Was it in the last quarter? Is it that much? So much action in the game. You got to turn in and watch all of these plays. It's been crazy good. Okay, I've got it. Sorry, got a frog in my throat. Okay, here we go. We'll show some of the quick pulled around screens here. You can see some of the live action. And again, there's no clickbait. We have in our title exactly that. It says EA Sports, and we're running an EA Sports title in a real world time event. And of course, we want to try to get it exactly at the same time so that we can give you the real world broadcast. I will read off some scores here in just a second as I get him set up for the next part of the pass. As it's coming through here, Mosley just comes with it and takes off. That's the first interception, okay? So we were stunned by that to some extent, right? But then, not too much longer, and further down the line, we get this one here. Another one over the top. You can see it coming around. And there you go. Suggs is hanging in there with it as well. So there you go. We'll leave you with Suggs in the air to show you that we do have the EA Madden action, and we have all the action here live on GamingHQ.tv's Sunday Night Football. Remember, turn in tomorrow night for Monday Night Football because we're going to have the Patriots and the Dolphins. That's going to be a great one. Today's real-world score is Chicago-Cincinnati. Chicago beats Cincinnati 33-7 in the final score. Baltimore and Pittsburgh are just starting now. Pittsburgh is 7. Baltimore is 0. That's the first quarter. New England and Miami again is tomorrow. We have New Orleans loses to Atlanta Falcons 20-17. Again, Falcons beat the Saints 20-17. Bills beat the Colts 13-7. The Green Bay Packers beat the Cleveland Browns 27-17. Both of those last two games were final overtime, by the way. And you had the Oakland Raiders losing to Kansas City. Kansas City beat the Raiders by, well, they beat them 26-15. That was pretty close to our scores. Dallas beat New York. Final, I thought that was going to be an overtime as well, 30-10. Detroit over Tampa Bay. Final score, 24-21. Minnesota loses to Carolina 31-24. San Francisco wins and beats Houston. San Francisco beats Houston 26-16. New York Jets lose to Denver Broncos 23-0. Those are all final scores, by the way. Arizona Cardinals, Tennessee loses 12-7. Arizona Cardinals beat Tennessee 12-7. We have LA Chargers beating the Washington Redskins 30-13. Our game was also pretty crazy. We have the Rams losing to the Eagles. Again, the Eagles beat the Rams 43-35. And of course, the last one here is Jacksonville over Seattle 30-24. My name's Greer. Thank you for watching. Let's turn on the music. Throw up the Suggs play here. Bounces, see that? Did you see it? Again, that's why we're going to, of course, rewind it, because sometimes we don't think you can believe your eyes. So Suggs is already in the air trying to catch this ball. As he does, let's see if we can do it a little slower. Okay, as he does, it's coming in. Bounces off his hands for the block, but here comes Mosley in for the grab underneath. Ball is not touching the ground, remember. You can see that clearly. This is the one decisive call. I know. It was a great play. And then, of course, Mosley runs as fast as he can, which is pretty fast. But they grab him to take him down. Just incredible plays like that. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching. You've been watching GamingHQ.tv's EA Sports on a Sunday. Have a great Sunday. Be kind to each other. And have a great night. Happy holidays.